Are you worried about overpaying for a home and then the Dallas real estate market drops? Or maybe you're a seller wondering if your home will sit on the market for months with no offers. The truth is, the Dallas real estate market is shifting, and the changes we're seeing right now could impact your bottom line if you're not informed. So stick around for the latest data and, more importantly, what it means for you. In May, there were 786 home sales that closed in the city of Dallas. That was up slightly from 735 closed sales in April and down about 4% year over year. Essentially, the Dallas real estate market continued its typical spring upswing, but sales were still below 2024 levels. So for both buyers and sellers, this signals a shift. Activity is steady, but it's not surging. East Dallas and far north Dallas saw the most activity in May and higher sales volume than in 2024. That suggests that buyers are still pretty active in those areas. In Oak Cliff, home sales were up 5% year over year. Sales were down or flat in the other Dallas neighborhoods tracked in this update. So for the past 3 years, home sales in Dallas have peaked in May and then they've trended down through the summer and the fall. Given the rise in the supply of homes for sale, we may see some parts of Dallas shift into a buyer's market and others move more towards balance as we get deeper into 2025. So let's look at supply next. In May, there was 4.7 months of supply of single-family homes for sale in Dallas. So that means if no other homes were listed, it would take 4.7 months to sell through the current inventory. Supply was up from 4.4 months in April and 3.6 months year over year. So for buyers, this creates more leverage and more options. For sellers, it means you may need to be more strategic with pricing and prep, especially in neighborhoods with higher inventory. So let's break down supply and market type by neighborhood. So Oak Lawn was the only neighborhood with a drop in inventory year over year. And even with 8.9 months of inventory, I've labeled it a balanced market because prices haven't dropped significantly here. They've just leveled off. Northwest Dallas inventory increased significantly, shifting it from a seller's market earlier in 2025 to a more balanced market. Oak Cliff remained balanced, while North Dallas entered a balanced market. East Dallas and Lake Highlands saw steep inventory increases and are quickly trending towards more balanced conditions. Far North Dallas had the lowest inventory and held as a seller's market, so buyers here should expect some competition or sellers who are less flexible about the terms they'll accept. In May, it took an average of 40 days to sell a Dallas home. That may feel long compared to what we're accustomed to, but it is in line with pre-pandemic norms. So for buyers, this means you don't have to rush to make decisions. Sellers, it's a reminder that homes can still move, but only with the right strategy. On average, Dallas homes sold for 95% of the seller's original asking price in May. So there was no change year over year in East Dallas, Far North Dallas, and Oak Cliff. However, neighborhoods like Lake Highlands, North Dallas, and Oak Lawn saw shifts, suggesting that pricing power is softening in those areas. So price appreciation began to moderate in 2024, and that has continued into 2025. In May, the average sale price for a single-family home in Dallas was $689,000, down slightly from April and up just 1% year over year. So that's good news for buyers who are afraid of paying at the peak, and it's a sign to sellers that today's pricing needs to be more precise than ever if you don't want your home to sit on the market. Again, let's break it down for each neighborhood. The average sale price in North Dallas held at $1.9 million, which was no change from April or year over year. Northwest Dallas dipped back to $1.3 million and has held steady there for the last 2 months. Oak Lawn has bounced between $950,000 and $975,000 since August. So East Dallas is steadily climbing toward an average sale price of $800,000, though year over year appreciation dropped from 9% in April to just 6% in May. Far North Dallas held at $780,000, even with a 20% increase in sales volume. Lake Highlands saw price appreciation slow, with the average sale price dipping slightly and year-over-year gains falling to about 5%. Oak Cliff has remained flat in pricing over the last 12 months. So if current trends hold, we'll likely see continued stabilization across the Dallas real estate market through the summer. And what else does all this mean for home buyers and sellers in Dallas as we transition from spring into summer market? Well, buyers, if you are worried about paying at the peak, the data shows that prices are leveling off, but they're not crashing. With rising inventory and fewer bidding wars, buyers now have more power and more room to negotiate, especially in neighborhoods trending towards balance. Sellers, you need to know that homes are taking longer to sell and buyers are becoming more selective. So what's the good news in all of this? Well-prepared and well-priced homes are still getting offers, but the days of testing the market with aspirational pricing are behind us. It's time to get strategic and it's time to stand out. So how do you do that? If you're a seller who wants to get top dollar for your home in today's Dallas real estate market, don't miss my video, 12 tips to help home sellers get top dollar in any market. It's packed with practical advice on how to prepare your home and why those steps make a difference. And if you're thinking about making a move, but you're feeling overwhelmed by timing, check out my video, How to Buy and Sell Simultaneously. This is especially helpful for those who are looking to right size or move up into their next home in Dallas. Lastly, if you want personalized advice or you have questions about your unique situation, please reach out to me at any time. I am here to help you navigate at every step. That's all for now. Please have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.